What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Big Trucker G, coming back with another video. If you're new to this channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it. I know I haven't been doing no videos lately. I've been going through some personal things. I know the people that do care, people that don't, but I'm just saying, I've been doing some personal things. I've been going through some things personally, and with my family wise too, so I haven't been cranking videos out like I should. But I'm gonna get back on it. I'm gonna get back on my grind, because I think I enjoy doing videos like this. But I got a thing to talk about. It's about why is so many people mad at Donald Trump, and what do y'all have a gripe against him about? I don't understand the people, why y'all are so mad at Donald Trump. Why are y'all saying that he's going to turn this government into a dictatorship? Or y'all mad about what he's doing and what's going on with Elon and the Doge and all of that? What's going on? Tell me that. I'm gonna give you my comments and my opinions on this, but I'm gonna show you all these videos of why Donald Trump is doing the way he's doing, and doing the stuff that he's doing now. I'm gonna give you a couple of videos. I'm gonna let you watch a couple of videos, and then I'm gonna come back and give you my 2 cents. But here you go. Hit that notification, hit that like button. We finna start. Here we go.
Kuwait, they live like kings. The poorest person in Kuwait, they live like kings. And yet they're not paying. We make it possible for them to sell their oil. Why aren't they paying us 25% of what they're making? It's a joke.
This sounds like political presidential talk to me, and I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
Probably not, but I do get tired of seeing the country ripped off.
Why would you not?
I just don't think I really have the inclination to do it. I love what I'm doing. I really like it.
Also, it doesn't pay as well.
No, it doesn't. But, you know, I just probably wouldn't do it, Oprah. I probably wouldn't, but I do get tired of seeing what's happening with this country. And if it got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally, because I really am tired of seeing what's happening with this country, how we're really making other people live like kings, and we're not.
What do you?
We're putting every school receiving taxpayer dollars on notice that if you let men take over women's sports teams or invade your locker rooms, you will be investigated for violations of Title IX and risk your federal...
Here's the deal. The man was impeached twice. He was convicted on 34 felony counts. And the American people still said, he's closer to normal than what we see left. That's what they're saying. He's closer to normal. Why? Because something that pertains, when you talk about the transgender community, for example, and you're talking about the issues that pertain to less than 1% of the population, the Democratic Party came across as if that was a priority more so than the other issues. And so he comes into office. Now you're talking about childbirth, citizenship, and what have you. He knows that's not going to pass the mustard, but he knows that he made that promise. So when he shows up week 1 on Capitol Hill and he says, this is what we're going to do through an executive order, even though it's going to be shot down through the courts and what have you, he's saying, I kept my promise. A lot of other things that he's going to point to that he's going to try to do, I kept my promise. Then you turn around and you look at the left and you say, what promises did you keep? Now, you might know the answer to that. I'm certainly not questioning your knowledge about that at all. What I'm saying is what resonated with the voter. What voter out there can look at the Democratic Party at this moment in time and say, there's a voice for us, somebody that speaks for us, that goes up on Capitol Hill and fights the fights that we want them fighting on our behalf. They didn't do that. And that's why their behinds are home, and that man is back into the White House, and they want to sit up there and talk. You look at the networks right now, they're talking about him. Look at it. This is the latest. Look at him. Here he goes again. Well, you know what here he goes again means? He's doing what he said he was going to do. He promised you he was going to do these things, and he walked into office week 1, and that's exactly what he's doing. And he's saying, y'all do something about it. And when you try to do something about it, he's going to say, look at them now. Now they're concerned about these issues. Were they talking about that during the campaign? Hell no. That's really it.
Yeah.
Well,
what about the groceries? Have they come down yet?
I don't give a fuck about grocery prices. We are exposing the corruption in this country in real time. And we're reducing government spending at the same time. Billions of dollars we are saving after we cut off funding dumb shit. And all you guys can talk about is grocery market. Anybody with a brain knows you can't fix the economy in a day. We all know that. Donald Trump knows that. You know that. So stop acting dumb.
So more coming out from Doge. Apparently this time it's the U.S. Treasury Department, who has more waste and abuse of taxpayer funds than so far anything else that they've looked at. 23%. And it appears that there are people receiving entitlements to the tune of $50 billion with a B dollars a year that have no known social security number or ID on file. $50 billion, that's $1 billion a week in fraud and abuse. But not only is $1 billion a week going to unknown sources with no social security numbers and no valid ID, in addition to that, apparently the Treasury Department doesn't keep itemized records of their payouts. So there's no way to follow up and check as to where the money is going. So as of right now, the Treasury Department and Elon Musk Doge has agreed that going forward, the Treasury Department will now itemize all of the payments that they make, like where the money's going, to what entities, to whom. It is shocking to me, and it should be shocking to every taxpayer, that our own Treasury Department has no accountability and keeps no formal records of where they're paying and what they're paying.
Everything that Donald Trump is doing right now at this very moment is precisely why he was nearly assassinated twice. It's precisely why they spent years trying to prosecute him for a misdemeanor paperwork crime that they bumped up to a felony. This is why right here, and I don't understand how it hasn't clicked for y'all. All of this money that you see, $20 million going to make a Sesame Street in Iraq or wherever the fuck. No, it's not. No. Like, these things are not happening. And if they are, they're not taking up nearly as much of the budget as is allotted to it. These people are literally throwing money at random bullshit. $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala. Get the fuck out of here. No, you're fucking laundering it and you're pocketing it. And you knew that Donald Trump was the one. He was the one. He is the one who is calling out this fucking corruption, this really crazy, serious shit, and actually knocking that shit out. Like, we're not doing that anymore. That's why they wanted him dead. Because they lose money, they lose credibility, they get exposed, and they were not going for it. Well, unfortunately for them, bitch, we are awake now. The young ones, the old ones, all of us, like, they really fucking tried. And trying to prosecute him, that really just made everything click even more, because it's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? He didn't do shit. He didn't do anything as bad as fucking Bill Clinton did. How are y'all not seeing it? How are you not seeing it? Cognitive dissonance is a motherfucker. Y'all hate this man so much, and you don't even really know why. Oh my God. You need to be kissing his ass and saying, thank you, Donald Trump. Fucking thank you for putting your life on the line to fucking save us from ourselves.
And if you're wondering who's in charge of Afghanistan getting the money, and that money I just mentioned, the $697 million is on top of, and is in addition to the weekly to every 10-day shipments in cash of $40 to $80 million. Afghanistan is ruled by folks named Seyroudin Haqqani. The Haqqani network mean anything to anybody in the room? How about Abdullah bin Laden? Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that the program under Operation Enduring Sentinel, entitled Women's Scholarship Endowment, which receives $60 million annually, or the Young Women Lead, which gets about $5 million annually, is going to women who, by the way, if you read the Inspector General's report, is telling you that the Taliban does not allow women to speak in public. Yet somehow you're believing, and American people are supposed to believe, that this money is going for the betterment of the women in Afghanistan. It is not. You are funding terrorism, and it's coming through USAID. And it's not just Afghanistan.
The $40 million a week that comes on the airplane and comes into Afghanistan. So the plane comes in weekly. The amount of money on the plane weekly is $43 million to $87 million. But one thing I want Americans to understand is in that bucket of the $40 million we send each week, we are paying basically welfare to the Taliban martyrs' families. So every Taliban member who died during the war with us, the U.S. government is paying them a stipend, the family. So our families of Americans who died there aren't getting squat, but we are paying Taliban families for basically dying while attacking us.
Whoa.
Yes, we're funding that.
This is just enraging.
And you know, I asked a couple of people that question straight out, like, do you not think this is not ethically correct? And actually one person gave me an answer of, well, it'll stop them from joining ISIS. I'm like, the Taliban guy's already dead. Like, they give you these bullshit excuses as to why they're funding like our enemy.
So you're mad because the U.S. Department of Education is getting dismantled, the same education system that you were complaining about, teaching your children stupid shit. You're mad because the corrupt government has been mistreating its people for centuries. And then you're mad because that same corrupt government is getting dismantled.
I have a question. Are we willing to finally admit that we have been manipulated, lied to by our elected officials and by the media? Let's talk about this Doge situation. Now, Donald Trump commissioned an agency to conduct an audit of federal spending while pausing federal spending to make sure that our tax dollars are being utilized properly. And as a result, over the last 2 weeks, we've seen announcement after announcement of ridiculous spending that has been done with our tax dollars. Some of the most crazy things. And yet we've seen Democrats outside of government offices that have been closed for audit, protesting and acting like insurrectionists, trying to get in the doors in order to prevent you from getting access to that information that has been hidden from us for so long. We see them holding emergency hearings in Congress, trying to take away Donald Trump's powers or trying to impeach him, as a matter of fact, as of today, all because he said, let's see what you guys have been spending the American people's tax dollars on. And sadly, I see Democrat voters regurgitating the same nonsense that is being spewed by the frenzied criminals in Congress who are trying to stop you from getting access to that information on how your tax dollars are being spent. Now, Donald Trump, you don't have to like him, but it's pretty hard to argue that he hasn't been doing things that we've been demanding for decades from our government. Give the man a chance. That's all. What's going on, y'all? I'm back. I put those videos together to raise a point that what Donald Trump is doing in office is what the American people wanted to do for centuries, for years and years and years. Okay? There is a lot of waste in our government. And there's a lot of people benefiting off of it. That's why it's funny. And I'm going to do a video of this too. This going to be my next video of a lot of people coming up to the podium now saying Donald Trump is doing this. Donald Trump is doing that. Oh, they're going to do an insurrection and all this stuff. The Democrats. Oh, he's doing this. We got to stop him at every point. Why is y'all so bent on stopping him for doing his job that the American people hired him or voted him to do? Because we got a lot of wasteful spending. And the illegal migrants were just the tip of the iceberg. And how we are paying for them. And then I'm going to do a video of they just last week, the FEMA director, the CFO director sent damn near $50 million to New York. $50 million to New York hotels in New York City to pay for the illegal migrants in 5-star hotels. And the Doge and Donald Trump caught it. They caught it. And now she fired. And it's some other people that's with her too that did it. And y'all mad at Donald Trump? And y'all don't like what he's doing? And y'all don't like all this stuff? He is really exposing the corruption that we have in our government. And y'all can sit up and say that, oh, Donald Trump is a criminal too. He's this and he's this and he that and he this and he that. But y'all ain't gonna overlook other congressmen, representatives, everybody up there that is using our money, using us for dumb shit. But y'all looking at Donald Trump. I'm not gonna get on here too much and because I'm gonna make videos of that. I just say for that, like my man on the last video, I put that video right there for a reason. At least give the man a chance. Give Donald Trump a damn chance. Okay? Y'all sit up here just down on this man. It ain't been a damn month yet. And y'all want him out of office. Y'all say he's corrupt. He up there doing all this stuff. Why? The Democrats didn't do their job. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris didn't do their jobs. So that's sad that we had to get Donald Trump. Whether y'all think he's a racist or he's a not. It's bad that we had to get Donald Trump in to do the job that Kamala and Joe Biden were supposed to do. And even going back to Barack Obama. But nobody don't want to touch on that either. Nobody don't want to touch on that either. Nobody don't want to touch on that. Just give the man a chance. That's all I'm saying. Give the man a chance. And again, give him a chance. And again, if y'all like this content, please like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to go to bed. As in always, peace. And I'll see you down the highway.
Freaky, oh baby, let's get freaky.